everywhere.
Hi guys.
Today we are at Antalóczy winery. Hi Peter.
Hi.
Yeah.
Hi Anton.
I just wanted to make such an interview because I think that Peter is very mysterious person actually. I like these wines very much, so I just want to have this chance to know more from you. You'll be forced to answer some questions because usually you are not very verbal. The first question actually is when have you started making wines?
So basically, it's a very new thing for me in my life. The whole journey started when we moved back to Hungary in 2018 with my family, and basically we just wanted to enjoy life, enjoy Hungary, and enjoy this region. We fall in love in this place, and not only because of the wine, it's also because the nature and the two rivers are just extremely nice. We wanted to make something which is very personal and very emotional as well for us, and for me, wine was always part of my life. I just realized, I just want to create something, and that's how started in 2018 when I just started to try many different wines and different winemakers wine, and started to Hungarian, especially this region, and basically this region is very unique. We have so many different parcels, different minerality, and I just realized, during this time that it's so complex, this area, this region, and it's very similar to Burgundy, where the terroir is, and all the region is so different, and this place is also very unique. So I just found 3 different parcels in Mad, where we bought now 3.5 hectares, and in total now, and I'm making wine from 40, 45, 48-year-old wines. So the complexity and the minerality is so intense. So that's how we started with the very first vintage in 2019. I didn't want to make it too complicated, so I just made only 2 different wines. So one dry, full mint, and also late harvest full mint that year. And it was a success. So straight away. So we are very pleased.
You said success. So what kind of success do you mean?
We won different international awards and competitions
with that single wine.
With that single wine straight away. And last year in London, we won 96 points out of 100 on Decanter, which is for us is the highest level what we can achieve. And that is just fantastic, because that was my very first vintage, and with the very first vintage we just ended up 96 points, so it's unbelievable for us. So yeah. You can go. Yeah. Just mind your head.
Quite cold here.
Yeah.
Currently I'm drinking full mint harsh level 2022.
Yes, full mint 90%, and 10% is hash level. So, but it's mainly full mint.
Yes, and I've tried it from barrel, and then right after bottling, and now it is developed so much. And how do you explain that?
After a little aging in a bottle, this is the wine which is just started to sell. For me, it's very important to have some rest for the wines for after bottling, because all the flavors or the aromatics and everything is just comes together when you have some rest, you know. Then you are full of power. That's exactly what's happening with the wine. You need to have some rest for the wine in a bottle, and after it just goes like crazy. So
If it has potential.
exactly. So yeah, potential is really important, because if the grapes what you are harvesting is not really good, then the wine is not going to be very good, and basically the potential is going to be very small in the wine for aging. I believe in ripe fruits. I believe in big flavors. I believe in higher alcohol percentages, because during the aging, and you can see this 500-year-old cellar with mold and everything, it's just so important for the wine. It gives you such a different flavors during the aging in the bottle as well. So it's very unique, because yeah, it's a luxury to have basically a cellar like this. But I'm very pleased that we can age wines in bottle for long term. So that's very important for me as well, because it's also experiment how is developing all the flavors and what's gonna happen. But since we started and till now, I'm very pleased, because I can see the flavors, and during the aging is just goes up and up and up, and every single month is just perfect.
So currently you don't see any of your wines which are out of the peak and going down. So
At the moment, we are very pleased, because the quality is getting higher and higher. Obviously, you know, during the aging time, it goes like more matured flavor, more developed flavors. So when we try this wine, it's compared to the, let's say, the 19 vintage. This is very young. It's like almost like a young boy goes crazy. Big flavors, such a nice acidity. That one in from 19, it's now is like relaxed and gentleman and yes. You can see the chickens.
without peak it looks not so good.
Yeah, I know.
Is it ripen already?
Yeah. See, Donny.
Very nice.
Small chickens. Chicken from Sussex. It's an English one. He's very cute, or she. I'm not sure.
Yeah. You are not expert. You are expert in wines.
It's yes.
Hello.
Garden here is just so fantastic. We have ripe cherries at the moment, and after nature is beautiful. Hope the grapes is gonna be beautiful as well this year. So
One question which I always wanted to ask is where have you learned how to make wines?
well, I used to be a sommelier in London, and you know, I fall in love with the wine in London with some friends, and I decided to be a sommelier. And when we moved back home, you know, I started to think to make some wine, and basically I just went to school. But just a basic school, and
For winemaking?
Yeah, for winemaking
Here in Tokaj?
in Tokaj, yeah. And I got my paper, so I became a winemaker. But I think this is more important, not only to be a winemaker or to have a paper. You just need to decide you're gonna make such a good wines, and the effort you put it in is more than a paper. So it's like you need to devote yourself to make something special, and that's how I'm working basically. So nothing special, but everything has to be come through from your heart. So that's the most important.
It was the first wine which got 96 points from Decanter. So and you sent another one this year, yeah, 2021.
Yes. So the next vintage, 2020, went for Decanter this year. We don't know the result yet, but I'm thinking it has to be a good result as well. So we don't know yet, but yeah, finger crossed.
And I also wanted to ask. So we talked a little bit about terroir today, and I noticed that your furmins are very unusual for Tokaj, I think. So what is the reason? Is it a winemaking technique, or it is terroir, or altogether?
It's I think everything is all together. So it's very important to have a really good terroir, very old wines, and also to have a cellar. It's also very important. Without cellar, I think these flavors is just not gonna come through. So I believe in small details, because every single thing is depend how you are making it. So if you don't have, let's say, cellar, if you don't have barrel, then it's gonna be completely different aromas, flavors, and wine. So, but to have the best wines, maybe the best wines, all the details has to be perfect. It's like a Ferrari. It's all the details are just perfect. Every single year is different. So every single year is a challenging year, because sometimes we have too much sun, so we are lack on acidity. Sometimes we have too much rain. Sometimes we have no rain. So it's now the climate is changing, and every single year is just so extreme, and we have to be, read sometimes, the nature. So what's in the grape, what's the potential. So that's you have to decide before the harvest what is going to be good from the year. So it's very complex.
Coming into laboratory.
Yes. Yes, another old cellar. This one is about 300-year-old.
Yeah, not so old.
Yes. Amphoras. And I can probably show you what is inside.
Really?
Yes.
It never happened before.
So, let's see.
Furmint, which is macerated more than 1 year already.
Yes.
When have you tried it last time?
Very long time ago.
Oh my god, what is this?
Yes. Yes. This is like very similar to the Saros dry Samarrodny.
Ah, floor.
So this is floor. So that's why this is also like experiment for me. What's happening, with the floor.
You don't have floor in last vintage.
The thing you cannot
Predict.
It has to develop by the wine. So it's you cannot put it here or put it there. It has to be developed by the wine. It's almost like 1.5 years in the amphora. And now we're gonna check the quality So I can tell you it's gonna be something very unusual.
The market for such kind of wines is not so big as for more regular wines, right?
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
But you are still doing that.
I'm doing it because it's an unusual experiment, and for me this is also really interesting thing. What is happening? You know, if you make a wine like this, so. You can see the color is still very, very nice. It's still all together, so the skin and everything. So it's like walnut.
Yeah.
It's like a walnut world, and almond. It's so intense. It's so deep.
It's like
It's
orange
so deep.
Samorodni,
Yes,
dry.
yes. So this is why I wanted to make a different experiment, because now you can see it's very different to the previous vintage.
Yes.
And it goes with the floor, goes like in a Samorodni way,
Yes.
and it's incredible. Such a big flavor.
It's very complex.
Yeah.
So multi-layered, and yeah, it's like orange dry Samorodni.
Yes.
It's completely new style.
It's very new. It's no one does it, but believe me, the intensity is extreme.
Yeah.
And that's how you can make such a big flavors in such a very short time. You need special climate, what we have here, and also amphora, and very good grapes. Every time when we have this kind of amphora wine, every time is a risk. So we don't know what's going to happen, because we don't put anything. It's only wild yeast, spontaneous, and we don't know what's going to happen, how it's going to turn up. But basically the flavors and intensity is just so extreme.
Yeah. And the aftertaste, and it is different in aftertaste than in taste. So it's very good wine. So I would buy that.
It's got no sulfur, nothing, no additional stuff. So it's like a huge risk.
You just took good grapes,
And that's it.
distincted it, put it in amphora, and
that's
forgot
it.
about
I
that.
forgot about it. Yeah.
What is the wine making then? You just took grapes,
Yeah,
crushed it.
that's it.
I could do the same. You have to close it, or
Wow.
it's an experiment as well.
Yes.
You just leave it open for a couple of hours.
Yes. I use a special wax. It's 100% natural, no artificial stuff. It's only natural. We want to make sure all the wines are just so natural, and all the flavors are just not additional. It's come from the grapes. It's basically we're not adding anything artificial to the wine, and I want to make sure, like, as you can see, this one, it's no yeast, nothing additional sulfur basically was added to this wine, but the flavors are so intense. And
It's not the same for all of your wines, right? So
Yes.
you add some sulfur, but you want to say that you are trying to just help the grape to
Yes.
show what
Yes.
it has. Yes.
Basically this is this is experiment for us, and but all the other wines which we produce, we are using sulfurs, we are using yeast, and basically we want to make sure, like, all the potential in the grapes are gonna come through. So we are not adding anything else. Come here and see these barrels. these are adding to the wine some different flavors, some different aromas, some spices, and this is very important as well. So especially for my dry ferments, I think this is one of the strongest part in the wine. So I give you a little taste from this barrel. This is 2023. This is also an experiment for me because it's 50% ferment, and also it's got 50% Cobar, which is local grape, local variety, and this is very old grape as well. And the experiment for me is very new and unique, because I didn't work with the Cobar since now, but it shows really good potential. How it's developing. Fermentation was in stainless steel. I used yeast for this, and basically when the wine was ready, basically I just put it in the barrel. Or the barrel aging is now on. I think we're gonna leave this probably January, February, so it's gonna get like big flavors and nice spicy finish. The alcohol is quite big because the ripeness was big when we harvested, so the alcohol level is around 14. But you can feel the freshness.
It's very well balanced. So I feel alcohol like hot when I do some drink, but the intensity and also the complexity, and this is very different from just ferment.
Yes.
This is very so that's the same actually, like when I tried ferment 2022 from the barrel, and I said that I want to buy it already now. So I want to buy this already now.
Yeah.
Because that is something special, really.
Yeah. It comes a little bitterness, which is coming from the Cobar, but I really like the work with these.
How they play together.
Yes.
The ferment and Cobar.
It shows like extreme strength together, because the ferment has the power, and the Cobar can show you a little gamey flavors, and to have this in a barrel for a few months as a barrel aging gives you many different aromas, many different flavors. So hope we're gonna end up with another big year. So I think during the time it's gonna be even better, probably 5 or 10 more years. It's a long investment, it's a huge investment, but to try this wine and try maybe 2, 3, 5, 10 years time, it's gonna be like a journey. It's a beautiful journey. So yeah.
Unusual question for you, Peter. What do you think about planting red varieties in Tokaj?
Well, I think it's an interesting question, because we have a climate changing in the whole world, and now we need to think a little bit before than we realize the problems. And at the moment, I believe because the climate change is here, we have to think about new varieties, and it's probably time to make some experiments with the Pinot Noirs or different red grapes varieties, because I can see the potential is still here. and we can do some interesting wines. We'll see the future, but I think in the very near future we will see much more red wines coming here. I mean, in here in Tokaj, producing much more red
Maybe
wines.
even you will start doing that.
I'm thinking. So yeah, it's a near future. So
Yeah. Then the next question is it hard to make wines?
well, I think it's not a big thing. To make wine is very simple, but to make very good wines, it's quite difficult. So it's exactly the same with food. It's very simple to make food, but a tasty food is so complex. So lots of different flavors, lots of different small thing, which has to be perfect, and we just need to decide what's the goal, what's the vision. If there is a potential, then we can create something unique. So, and in Tokaj here, you can see it's just so perfect.
Can you call Tokaj wine region as a risky region?
Yes.
Or you can make some wines every year, like depending on the weather?
It's very risky. So you can see every year is some different things happening. So obviously to make Osu wine is a big risk. So we cannot produce Osu wine every year. We are hoping every year, so we can produce something exceptional. But we need to be very focused and we need to be very flexible. So sometimes we have a plan for the harvest, and the next day we just need to recalculate what we're gonna do, and it's hard sometimes to let it go and think very different way.
And when it's harvest, you need to do things very fast, right?
Yes.
You don't have several days to think what do you want to do.
If you hesitate, then can be a disaster. So every single harvest is it has to be precise 100%, because that's gonna determine the whole journey for the wine. So if the harvest is good and the grapes are perfect, then you can work with a perfect grapes. It's very easy to make really good wines. It's not easy, but it's the potential is there. If you have bad grapes or not really nice, then the whole journey is gonna be just small. So that's very important to have like the best time.
Okay, so the next question from me is, how do you think, Peter, do you need to look at other winemakers when you are making your own wine, or it kills your individual approach or whatever?
For me, it's very important to see the level where we are. Not only me, generally Tokaj. I usually go for different wine competitions as a judge, and go different winemakers to have a little chat. For me, it's very important to see what they are doing, how they are doing. I usually tell them what I'm doing. They come and talk about what I'm actually doing, how I'm doing, and this is very good because we can go through together.
So you are not scared that someone will steal your secrets or whatever?
I don't have secrets. It's a very unique.
Just hard work.
Yeah, it's a very unique thing. you need many details to you cannot copy what I'm doing, because it's sometimes it's very unique stuff. What you're doing every year. What I'm doing is every year is very different, and sometimes the ways how I'm doing is exactly the same, but there are some details which is different, and I'm trying to make a better wine every year, trying to do some other experiments every year, but I don't. I have no fear about somebody's gonna take my
Experience and repeat your work.
Yes,
Yeah, because it's impossible.
It's very difficult. It's like when you try to paint a picture. That's your vision. That's what the colors is yours. You cannot copy, and yeah, you can try, but it's not gonna be exactly the same. So yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, maybe so the last tricky question from today's session is,
Yes.
so Peter, if I decide to buy a vineyard, which advice would you give to me?
Well, it's a tricky one, but I would probably go with north and northeast slopes. So compared to,
Because it's hot already, yeah?
yes, so compared to the traditional way, which was the every south vineyard was very good. It's not working.
Totally different.
It's not working. The acidity is not enough in the south slopes. All the acidity goes through. It's getting a little bit hard to make wines from the south slopes. So you have too much sun, which kills all the acidity, and the wine is not gonna be a pleasant stuff to drink. And my other question, advice what I can give you is also the minerality is really important.
So the soil, you mean?
So the soil is extremely important. So you can see this hill. It used to be a volcano, and we have many different minerals. So dacite, zeolite, and so many other stuff, which gives you so much intensity and flavor to the wine. And that's why our wines are also very special. It's because the details are inside the soil. So all these 45, 48-year-old wines, which has 35, 40 meter roots, gives you so much intensity of flavors of the minerals. So that's also very key. So I would say these two are my advice, and also hardworking.
That's very impressive, and I think it's a lot of some secret information we came through. Yeah, and also yeah, thank you very much for the tasting of Kobar, and
Thank you.
for
Thank you, Anton.
that or how should you call it? It is dry orange samorodny natural.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. Unfortunately, for now, the market cannot really taste this because we have only just a small batch.
I think maybe even don't give you a license for that.
There is no product meaning for this.
Yeah. How to call that? What is that?
Yes.
It's not wine.
Yeah. Megyek, okay. Oh, need to go.
Yeah. Okay, Peter. So, thanks a lot.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure.
That was a journey.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah. Bye bye.
Bye.